not really in the mood for intro music. No disrespect to Front Toward Enemy. I don't know if Front Toward Enemy is a sponsor of the podcast, but it's like nowadays people are getting so anal about music and what you can't use. I can't even play music on Instagram Live without getting kicked off. Luckily, I don't get like a fucking strike or anything. Oh, look, Big Al wants to be in here. Let's let him in. Maybe we're gonna do a Big Al episode. Let's see. Let's let him in. If it'll let me. I'm live on the Instagram. And trying to accept it. There we go. Let's see if.
Hey man, what's up?
What's up, partner? How's it going?
Good.
I'm doing a podcast, so you're in it. If you want, I guess if you want to be in it.
Here. Maybe this isn't the best place for me right now. Let me see here.
What you doing? You're on your way to a gig or something?
Actually, I'm just chilling right now. I am sort of. I dropped my wife off in Concord. My gig's not until later.
Nice.
But I'm planning on getting my car smogged this morning, so.
Oh, that's fun. That's always fun.
Yeah. Well, last week it was getting my teeth cleaned, so. I don't know which one's funner. Man, the light's horrible in here. You know, I just sent the clip to you.
Oh, did you? Oh, wow, that'd be fun to watch. You sent it email, Google Drive?
I sent a link to your email because, like, I'm out, so.
Gotcha.
I tried to send the actual file, but.
I texted.
Right here.
I messaged Mr. Ford, and because I asked him about it before, then he was just all like, "Oh yeah, my editor. Let me text my editor or something." And I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
And then a week later, I'm like, "Any update?" And he says, "Sorry, my editor was on vacation, so they're a little behind. Give it about a week." I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing anything different or there's just miscommunication or what. How do I? Man, I'd never look at my email through. Let's use my other phone. Let's.
I know. I was wondering, like, should I just send it on Instagram or? I mean, because I could have sent the link, however.
Because you said it's a link, right? Let me check my spam.
Yeah, it's a link.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, Dropbox. I got you.
Yeah.
Current musings sent on my iPhone. Yeah, it's in my spam. Let me see here. But for some reason, I can't get a hold of my spam on my computer, which is dumb. Oh, here we go. There's a more option. Roast Battle. Dropbox. There it is. I see it. Cool. All right. I'll probably just put me faking the handshake out. Let's look at that first. That's all I really want to say. Oh, yep. I see me extending my hand out and everything.
Yep.
You've done it. Marconi, I haven't seen you about
Oh, that's funny. I'll get to the rest of that later. That's hilarious. Here, can you say something real quick? I want to test this out.
Yeah, sure. Testing 1, 2.
How about now?
Did I sing what? No.
Nah, when I saw you last week and you did like a new voice or something, I was pretty impressed.
Oh yeah, the Commander McBride thing.
Yeah, that was a good one. If I'm being fair though, if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was necessarily funny or a good joke, but I was just impressed that you could do that voice. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, it's something new.
things that that some people talk about, like doing act outs and different things to change it up to get people's interest a little more.
Got my interest.
Once in a while.
Got my
Try
interest.
and get a hook in there.
Have you? Have you?
I didn't use any voices last night. I went to Livermore again.
Yeah. How was that?
Jared hosted.
Yeah, I saw
It was
that.
good. I got there kind of late. Because usually I'm there for the whole thing when I go. But it was loud in there last night. It
Really?
wasn't that packed, but the background noise was super loud.
People were talking.
Yeah, people were talking. It seemed like there were dishes crashing too. I don't know.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I remember that happened last week, Mr. Kevin. But I'm like, what are you throwing away? Like, are those dishes? Are like I don't get it. I never got to really find out exactly what that noise is. But I'll hear it. Yeah, that's a good mic. That's a good mic. Even if it's like loud, it's good practice. It's a
That's what
it's a good
Jared
example.
was saying, because he goes to them all over the place right now, and
Yeah, he
really appreciates that one.
he's on a tour. That guy's on a tour.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was at Seawolf earlier. Have you done that one?
I've never done that, but I think I've seen your clip where somebody booed you.
Oh yeah,
That's Seawolf.
See, that's the thing. There's only about a half a dozen people in there, and one of them was the guy that was heckling.
It looks cool because there's a dartboard there. So if there's a dartboard at a place, I like it. There's a place in Concord that's got a dartboard. I forgot what it was called. The Office Cocktail Lounge. They got a good dartboard there. You just got to give them your ID.
Yeah. Have you been to what's the one in Oakland, McNally's?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But I hear about
they've
it.
got a dartboard there too.
Yeah, dude. I don't care how shitty the mic is or how bad the environment. As long as it has a dartboard, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, it's like in this back room. So the first time that I went, I didn't even realize that that's where it was, and I was in the front area, and I'm like, man, it doesn't look like anybody's here. And then I saw Ryan Holloway and somebody else walk through, and then I'm like, oh, it must be back there where they just went.
Caps has a good dartboard.
Yeah, so the first time I was there, it was kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. I haven't been there in a while. I may have only done that one once.
Yeah, I haven't gone since December of last year, and I remember looking at the schedule. Like, I really liked it there. It's just scheduling. And you get free pizza too. And when I went there, I didn't even get to enjoy the free pizza. I ordered my own food.
I didn't either, because I had just eaten the time that I went.
Oh.
I had eaten at home, so.
It's right next to a dispensary, right? So.
I noticed. Yeah, there's a guard sitting out there.
Yeah. So when I first walked in there, I was like, wow, this is a legit open mic. They've got a security guard here and everything. And then I walk into the building. He lets me in. I was like, why does this place look like a bank? And then I look around. I was like, oh, fuck, this is a dispensary. I went into the dispensary thinking it was. I was like, yeah, I'm here for the open mic. Yeah. Ended up. It's a good area. Good time.
Yeah. Man, the time that I went, it was like I got there like way before I thought, but the thing was already full up. They sign up quick.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, you know what happened with me? I showed up and I'm like talking to people and I didn't know exactly how it went, and I was like, yeah. There's Ryan, but he likes to be quiet. He likes to get in his zone and look over his notes, so try not to bother him. So I'm like, all right. So I'm chilling, and then like 7 starts or whatever time it is to sign up, and I'm like, hey, is it time to sign up yet? And the Stockton comedian's like, oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. And they show me the list, and it's fucking full as hell. And the only thing that's available is spot number 1. I was like, yeah, that's what I was going to get anyway. So I took spot number 1. And then, And it was good that I got spot number 1 because everybody was paying attention. I warmed the room up, and then like little by little, people stopped paying attention, and it just got louder and louder. It's kind of how it is at Good Time. That's when I hosted it last week. I was like, look at that. There's so many people here. There's people standing up and shit. And then first comedian goes up, and they all walked away. Fucking A. Oh man.
Man, the first time that I went to Good Times, you know, I had signed up on Bacon, but then I go and I guess I didn't really check in with Michael, and so this other guy, he had come in. I don't know if you know him. What's his name? He does the thing with PJ with Panaki.
Don?
He was doing the Hacks podcast.
I know who PJ is, but I don't know the other guy who Danny. I don't know if it's.
Oh no, Danny's the one that
the
does
camera
the
guy. Yeah, they got a crew.
Then he was doing it with this other guy at first.
Yeah, he does. He has a bunch of people on there, but I'm
Yeah,
having
he does. He has a couple different ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the other guy, he had just showed up, and he put his name down, and he was last. And so they're going through the list, and Michael reads some names off at some point of people who aren't there. So I just assumed that when he got to me, he'd read my name off, but he never did read my name.
Yeah, that happened to me.
This other guy's name, and the other guy goes up, and then I didn't go up the first time that I went.
That happened to me too.
He never called my name.
And there wasn't even really people there when I showed up, and he went through I thought, because I had messaged him, so and I didn't really know him, so I thought everything was all fine and dandy. And then before we know it, the night's over, and he's just like, "All right, thanks for coming." And I'm like, I signed up." And he was like, "Oh, all right, well, go ahead." And I bombed. I fucking blanked out. And that was the first time I did my X videos joke, I think. Pretty sure that was the first time I did the X videos joke, and then wasn't the best version of it, but that's the birth of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like I think Jared had the same experience too. Like he just showed up and they so it's pretty normal. Pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was unexpected. I did not know I was going to have a guest today. But I do know that I wanted to have you on here. But, I mean, the quality's not the best, and we're kind of just rambling.
For a full thing sometime.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it in person if you want.
Yeah, that would be great. I got a bunch of comedians that I've got, like, on standby, but never really, like, hit me up twice about it, and I don't want to be annoying to people and be like, you're going to get on, so it's up to them. You know who I was going to have on, who I also haven't heard from in a while? I don't know if you know his name. His name's Jericho Fontes or something like that, big Filipino comedian. Have you ever met him?
You know, I think I seen him at Tommy T's one time, but I don't really know him.
Oh, man, that guy.
That might have been the only time, the first time I went to Tommy T's, maybe.
He's hecka funny, man. And I tried to have him on, and he was down. He just seemed so whatever about everything, so I felt like, I don't know. But something happened. I forgot exactly what it was. It was like, I got a flake. I can't do this. And then he was just like, whatever. And we never got to doing it, so I don't know. I wanted to talk about something, but I don't know what it is. I want to look at this roast battle. That's hilarious. The quality does look a little silly. That it looks a little grainy now that I'm looking at it. Is this just like all one shot? It looks, it looks.
It might be.
I'm like just skimming through it. Oh shit! I see me taking my shirt off. It actually took a while until I took my shirt off. It took until the last
that's
minute.
That's when I brought it up.
Yeah, I forgot that I did that. I forgot.
Right after I said something about you taking your shirt off.
Yeah.
You took your shirt off and it threw me off. I was going to say, because I didn't expect you to take it off.
Oh, man. Yes. You know, I remember I said something about like you dressing colorful or whatever. Then I saw you the other night with the safari and dressing like least colorful. I was like, I wonder if I got in his head that way, and he's trying to dress less colorful now.
No, I forget. Why did I want a safari? Oh, I wanted a safari outfit just so I could do that Commander McBride character, actually. That's why I wanted that.
I see in this.
Leads to adventure.
I see in this video you're wearing pink pants. Did you wear and then I saw your story. You wore pink pants for the Barbie movie. Did you watch the Barbie movie?
You know, I did. Yeah, last night we saw it. That's why I was late to the open mic. That's why I didn't see the whole thing.
Oh wow. oh.
It's $7 Tuesday, so we went to the movies last night, the missus and I.
Oh wow. Did you watch Oppenheimer?
Not yet.
I keep calling it Oppenheimer.
I don't know if my wife wants to sit through a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I can sit through a 3-hour movie. I can barely sit through a fucking open mic.
Thinking Barbie at first, it was way too musical, and I'm like, oh, is this going to be the whole movie?
Oh, I fucking hate musicals too.
And
I can't do
my
musicals.
wife usually, so like, I'm like, oh great, this is going to be thrilling.
Man.
But then once it got into the story, it was, I don't know, it's crazy. I'll cry at any movie.
Oh, really?
Falling.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I talked about last night.
I cried during the Lilo and Stitch movie when I was a kid. I was like 7 years old.
I'm sure I did, but I'm not a kid. I talked about how my daughter's best friend was like, yeah, I remember when your dad cried. I don't remember which movie it is. I'm sure they still know. But, yeah. No, it doesn't matter if it's animated or something. But a lot of the times it's that happy, it's like a moment.
Like
where
a happy
like,
cry.
Yeah.
You know what made me cry? Have you seen this movie? I think it's probably still on Netflix. It's got that one comedian, Amy Wong. Always Be My Maybe. It's full of Asian people.
I did see that, yeah.
That movie made me cry like a bitch.
Yeah.
That movie made me cry hard. I remember like 4 years ago when I saw that. Would you consider yourself an emotional guy?
I wish you would show emotion like that in real life.
Wait, what? You cut out. You cut out.
Because in person, in things that happen at home, I'm not that emotional, but I do get like. I talked about how I got angry one time last night, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, my set was kind of rambling.
Yeah, some people do. I noticed that, and I told myself that I don't want to do that because some people like to think of comedy as like therapy and stuff like that, and I get it, but it's just some of these people you see, and some of these people are fucking assholes. So I don't really want to like. I've seen it. I've seen people just get on there and they'll like complain about something, but not really put a good twist on it or a punchline.
Yeah.
So then it gets kind of awkward. So like if I'm going to complain about something, I want to at least be a little witty or try to like, make it palatable for the environment we're in. I don't want to just get on there and just be like, my fucking dog died, dude. This is bullshit. And then and then just sit there awkwardly and people will just kind of be all right because they know that your dog died and you're in a bad state.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast with, David Spade and Dana Carvey have a podcast where they interview mostly people who, it started out as them interviewing people who've been on Saturday Night Live. But the last one had Paul Giamatti on it, and he was saying that when he's gone to stand-up lately, it just seems like it's all self-deprecating, and that's about it, and he's just over that. Like, there's too much self-deprecation.
It's got to be
whining.
Yeah, it's got to be good. It's got to be good.
Yeah.
And the first time I did a mic, I felt like I did that. But it wasn't too bad. And mics aren't that long, so I felt like I learned quick after like 3 minutes of just complaining about my girl. I was just kind of like, hold on, let's talk about something else.
Let me do a reset, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But that was fun because I like quickly realized that I was like, okay, let me leave her alone. You know, I read the room, and or at least read my energy and was like, this is coming off kind of like I don't want to come off as a dick, even though I feel like I do. I had another. Fuck! I had a question. That I keep getting it back, and then we'll talk about something that I forget. Fuck. It was a good question for you. I feel like. Oh yeah, man. Here it is. To change gears. You do caricatures, and I think you've been doing it since '85, right?
Yeah.
So, between now and '85, have you ever had a different job? Or has it always just been this?
Oh, yeah. So I've been doing it steadily since '94.
Okay. That's when I was born. So 28 years steady.
Yeah, in '85 I was first working at a restaurant. That's most of my other work has been restaurant work.
What would you cook? What would you do at the restaurant?
Yeah, I was like a prep cook. Cooking the sauces and stuff at an Italian restaurant and making the pizza dough and all that stuff.
Ooh.
But in '85, I actually I had quit the restaurant for a little bit because I had a Sunday brunch that I would do every week, and then I started doing a walk-around caricature at a place called Fat Fanny's in Danville, and there was one in San Ramon also. Or wait, no, Danville. Oh, and the other one was in Fremont.
Oh yeah, Indians.
And it was this restaurant where all the waiters and waitresses were dressed up in costumes, but most of the costumes were just these girls' cheerleaders' outfits or whatever.
Hooters.
Some would be actual costumes.
Oh.
I actually drew with a pumpkin on my head one time.
Like a real pumpkin that you carved the hole in?
A real 30-pound pumpkin, yeah.
Oh shit! Was it 30 pounds? Like
it was 30 pounds after it was gutted, I think.
Really? So you wore it like a helmet?
Yeah, I wore it like over my head, and I had a net cap inside so my hair wouldn't get all sticky. And I would walk around the tables and draw people. Now I've only done it one other time where I got a pumpkin and cut it out and put it on my head, because you don't usually get pumpkins that big. And these kids were creeped out. This was, I don't know, it's probably 15 years ago now, but...
Yeah.
But
probably gave them nightmares.
But that was when I was, what was I, 23 or 24 or something when I first had a pumpkin on my head like that.
Were you always good at drawing, or do you think you had to acquire a skill through like school and stuff, or was it more natural?
No, I've always drawn. It was a natural thing that I did.
Oh, that's good.
Although I wasn't always good, but I mean, like I would cheat and put hands behind the back, but that's kind of the things that I like now, is drawing like in foreshortened. Where things are coming out at you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I drew this girl who was hard rock year 2000 Barbie the other day, and I had her like face the I don't know what you call that part of guitar. She had a bass, and I had her face the whatever has the little twirly things on it.
The neck?
I can't think of it.
Yeah,
the neck, the end of it.
Yeah,
I had
got
her
you.
pointed towards me, as opposed to like, just a flat angle like you normally. Like I didn't take the easy route of drawing the base.
Right.
I wanted it to be coming out at you, kind of. That was a super fun party. This Barbie party that I drew at. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I admire people who draw. I can't draw for shit. And there was like...
Yeah.
like if I were to be good at it, it would definitely not be a natural thing. I would have definitely had to put a lot of work into it. And there was just like maybe one time in high school where I considered it like, oh, I kind of know what I'm doing. Like I know, because there's certain like steps that you need to do to draw a face or something like that. I completely kind of forgot them. And
yeah, no, there's not. That's bullshit.
Oh, really? Okay.
You can start anywhere you want. See, that's the thing. In college, I'm sitting here at the lunch hour, and we're sitting out at these tables, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, you know how you're supposed to draw a face? You're supposed to make it oval, and then you're supposed to half it, and then half it. And I'm like, come on, get out of here, guy.
Yeah. Okay. That's how I feel about comedy sometimes, you know? People are going to just come up to you and be like, you know, you should say it in this, you know, you should shut the fuck up, man. This is my art. You know, I'm going to do it how I want to do it.
No, that's the thing. There's not just one. Like, I had written down a bit about, you know, how comedy is hard and scary and weird. It's like skinning a cat. There's more than one way to do it. You gotta incorporate. That's a banger. You gotta. What the fuck? That, though, but I wrote it down.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I approve of that. That's probably your best joke. And then you should actually have a cat, like a skin cat for a prop or something, and be like, see, with this one,
You know what? My art teacher in the 7th grade, he had like a stuffed cat that was on a skateboard that he got in trouble for, like, I guess he would walk it out sometimes.
What the fuck? Like a taxidermied cat?
Yeah, like a
taxidermied
cat.
Man, I wouldn't taxidermy an animal. I wouldn't do that. I don't think so. I don't know.
My wife, she used to joke that she wanted to be stuffed.
Oh man.
So I still talk about that sometimes.
I got the chills.
I guess maybe I should talk about it. Oh man, that brings a good, because last night I talked about the lobster again, and I don't know, I'm obsessed with it now. The lobster.
I feel like it only makes sense if you said it, if you mentioned me and I wasn't even there, I feel like people would kind of be like, what? You know? Did you mention me?
Well, here's my friend the lobster.
Oh. You just pulled it. I thought you were talking about boiling me or something. Is that what kind of lobster is that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see. Well, I had the lobster that day, and I went like this when I said boiling you.
Man. The first time you did that joke, I was worried that because you mentioned the prop comedian or something, I was worried that you're going to pull a fucking gun out of the bag and shoot me. That's why I was at the doorway.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I got a story about, like... yeah, go ahead.
It's interesting. I was watching some old, like... I don't know if they were HBO or some other company. You know, it's these old, like, half-hour comedy hours on something. It was either HBO or MTV or something. Mm-hmm. But it's funny, the topics are the same, like mid-90s. They're talking about the same shit. Pretty much.
That's what makes it challenging.
Bizarre, some of these comics.
That's what makes it challenging, because it's like, you gotta be unique.
New. It's just your take on it, yeah.
I see with these newer stand-up specials, and I feel like as an open micer and a white belt comedian, I feel like talking about
a white belt.
Yeah, beginner. I feel like talking about COVID is kind of a hacky thing, but I see all of the big stars who have their new specials and stuff. They always gotta have their take on COVID. They always got something to say, and nobody has an issue with that.
Well, it's to kind of set it in the time, so that it's kind of like a timestamp in a way.
Yeah, but that's the thing that goes back to what you're saying in the 90s. Well, nobody in the 90s is talking about COVID, but that's just that one unique thing that I feel like people are always going to bring up, and that kind of like changes shit. But I have this story to shift gears. Like I said, I was shitty at drawing, and I remember there was this was in the second grade, and I was really into Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z characters, so my friend drew a really good picture of like Goku with a spirit bomb, and I took it from him. I remember I stole it because he wasn't at school that day, and we had a substitute teacher, and the drawing was up on the teacher's desk, so it was a perfect moment for me to steal the picture. And I took it home and traced it, and I was just like obsessed. I kept tracing over my friend's drawing, and I just wanted to get it perfect. I wanted to look exactly like his drawing.
Yeah.
And he would just keep drawing more and more pictures, and it was to the point where I was giving him toys. I would give him like a Ninja Turtles action figure for a drawing. I kept giving him action figures for drawings, and it kind of seemed like a bad deal on my end. And I would get these drawings, and I would show them to my mom, and my mom would be like super impressed. And I kept wanting these drawings to impress my mom. And I told my buddy about this, and he didn't like that. And he's like, "I'm telling your mom that I drew them." And so school ends, my mom comes to pick me up, and I'm like racing to my mom. I do the old classic, put a garbage can in front of him to get a, quick head start.
To get him to slow down?
Yeah, but it worked. I got to my mom, I was like, let's go. And then the guy ran up to my mom and was like, "I drew those pictures." And then I was so embarrassed, but I think in hindsight, I think my mom was just like kind of laughing about it and just like telling her coworkers and stuff. But I was like so embarrassed. I was like, I'm a fraud. So I don't know.
What am I looking at anyway? Your ear?
Yeah, I've got you. I've got you kind of up on my mic. See, the microphone's right here, and so just like if I wanted to hear you, or so the podcast can hear you, I put this. I'm putting my phone up to the microphone. Okay. I would love to. At first, I was just gonna have it like this and just kind of talk to myself, but then you joined, and so usually like how I do it when I talk to people online. It's kind of like this, but a more comfortable way, because I'm just holding the thing up. But like usually, I put the phone down, I put the mic in a more practical position and put it all together. But this is just all improvised right now. I like what I'm doing. I'm using the mic stand that I use for America's Next Top Comedian, and I just now figured out that this mic fits in, and this is like a better mic for podcasting. It's like a condenser mic. And then I have this mic that I bought a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, because that night when the mic went out on you, I was like, I'm gonna go get some new shit. So I spent some good money on this and some extra wires and stuff. So the other day I was doing a podcast on this mic, but it's not the best when it comes to podcasting. This is meant for live shit. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's saying anything here. There's been people coming in and out.
I don't know either.
Let's see.
Because I can't really see that.
It just shows people join. Oh, people have just been joining. Nobody's said anything. It's just people. Some of mine and your followers. What's that lady's name? Comedy Chew? The black lady?
Yeah, Comedy Chew, yeah.
Yeah, she's always going live. And then,
Yeah, I haven't seen her in the last few days, but yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
I first heard her on Clubhouse, is where I became acquainted with her.
What's Clubhouse?
Clubhouse was this app where I first started doing comedy. The Laugh Factory was having comedy workshops. This was in March of 21 that I joined. And they'd be doing workshops every day because nobody was working. So it was like 5 days a week. They'd have workshops at like 11 in the morning, and then at 9 o'clock at night would be like where you do 3 minutes, and then people would comment. The people that were mostly working comedians, and then in the middays they'd have specialty workshops on like joke writing. So one of the first times I remember joining, they were talking about callback. And then sometimes they'd even do ones on crowd work. Some certain days were for different things, like the crowd work. But that's where I kind of like got reinterested in comedy, was through Clubhouse. But it's funny because I joined it because an artist friend of mine is the one that sent me a link to join it.
Hmm.
And then he got into NFTs, but that never interested me at all.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. That kind of seems like something that you could have gotten into, actually, because a lot of those NFTs look like you drew them. Is that booming?
Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. I like avoid talk of NFTs, and when I see stuff about NFTs, it's like people will send artists link. Oh yeah, I'm doing this art, and I want to buy your art and turn it into an NFT. But I don't know, man. I don't know if people are making money or losing money or what. I should talk to my friend Salah. He's out of Hawaii,
It seems like a phase.
Into it for a while.
Seems like a phase, or just like a scam.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because they're saying, "Oh yeah, it'll keep perpetuating," but if they do it where it's got to be like, it's kind of like what's the blockchain, or I don't know. I don't understand any of that crap.
Yeah. Me neither. I lost money.
It took me forever to go from pencil and paper to the iPad. So.
Yeah, I'm just now realizing I'm a pen guy, not a pencil guy. People
wanted me to do digital caricatures about 10 years before I did.
Oh wow.
And then how I got into it was this one company. They wanted me to do a gig, and then I looked when they finally sent the contract, and it was for digital. And I'm like, well, I don't do digital. Let me think about it.
Oh, whoops.
But it was an opportunity to dress up like Leonardo da Vinci. And that's what sold me on it. It had nothing to do with the drawing.
Oh, wow.
I'm just insane, seriously. That's like on my Barbie post, the birthday girl, she was like, your outfit was so good, I'm like, well, sometimes, I just like to do these things so I can dress up. I don't even like to draw. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's why, like, I mean, who dresses in a full safari outfit to go to the open mic?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Oh, well, what's funny is, who was it, Noah Jones or whatever, out of
yeah.
San Jose? He's like, wait, what kind of hat is that? He almost sounded like he was going to buy one right there.
Where did you get that hat, and how much was it?
It was less than $30. It was from Evangeline's in Sacramento. They had another one that was just like a foam one. And it was the first one I saw, and I'm like, man, this is disappointing. I was looking for something that looked more real. And then I go into this other room where they have all this Western stuff and like steampunk stuff. And there it was. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. I went in there to look for that kind of hat.
Have you ever, has anyone ever gotten a tattoo of your drawings?
I don't they have or not, but possibly.
That's crazy.
You know, I've actually drawn some, like, tiki girls and, like, some tikis and stuff, and people, when they see that stuff, they'd be like, man, do you do tattoos? But no, I don't.
Would you ever get a
was
tattoo?
interesting. No, I have some tattoo shirts, but no.
Tattoo shirts?
The only sleeves
like the
I want
sleeves?
are on my shirts. But yeah, so the other day I'm doing caricatures, and these people at the party were a little, it's funny, last night I got my hand in my pocket, I guess I looked kind of smooth, and Hatch was like, man, you look tough. I was sitting there with the water in my hand in my pocket, and Hatch was like, man, you look tough. You know, a lot of these comics, they look soft.
The fuck?
And so I talked about that when I went up there. I said, yeah, somebody outside thought I was a badass, but no, not really. Yeah, I had fun last night. But so anyway, so yeah. So these people at the party the other night, I'm drawing their caricatures. And, people always want to explain to whoever they're with or somebody else what a caricature is. And it's funny because I never heard anybody put it like this. He's like, well, it's just kind of like a cartoon drawing. It's not like a drawing. Some people do really super detailed tattoos. And I think that's what the guy meant. It wasn't a super detailed portrait. Not like a tattoo. It was a cartoon.
It's a different style.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
people
weirdest thing.
get cartoons tatted on them, you know?
Oh, no, I know they do, but I
Yeah.
think that's what
I know
the
what he
person
means.
meant.
Yeah.
But I think that's what he meant, like, because I don't know if it was him, but I did notice some of those people had really, like, super detailed tattoos. And a lot of them, it looked like they had tattoos on their, on their neck and their faces that were, like, almost faded in. It's like, is there something there or not? But,
Yeah, is that a birthmark?
yeah.
Or... Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
I'd get a cartoon tatted on me, but I don't know if I would have it out in a place like my neck or arms. Like, maybe if I got...
Yeah.
I'd get something cute on my butt cheek or whatever. I don't know. Something...
My daughter's got a bunch of tattoos, and she's got some really nice ones, too.
A what tattoo?
Some of them she designed, and some of them... Oh, I said she's got a bunch, but some of them are really nice, detailed. I think she's even got one. It doesn't say mom and dad. I forget what it says.
Does your son have any tattoos?
No, he doesn't. No.
How old is your son?
He's, what did he just turn? 37?
Okay. I'm trying to do the math. Wait, how old were you when you had him? Oh shit. You kind of cut out. I can't hear you. It got mute. Oh, there we go. I think you're back.
I can't. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all I can see is a white screen now.
Yeah, no, it's the ceiling. I was going to ask how old were you when you had your son?
Do the math. No.
I could do the math, but I'm missing some ingredients here because I don't know how old you are.
Wait. Okay. Was I 23, 24?
Okay. Were you
Something like
so
that.
you're like working at the restaurant when you had him? Or like just ending it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was born in 86.
Okay. And wait, how old is your daughter?
She's 32.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
both of your kids are older than me. Do they have
Yeah.
kids? Are you a grandfather?
Not yet. No, that's the thing. My wife, she wants to be a grandma, but no, not yet.
And are you and your wife the same age?
She's just a little bit older, like a year.
Oh, okay. Did you guys like meet in high school?
No, actually.
Oh.
Come on. Oh, maybe you haven't heard that. No, my wife. I have this joke, is my wife and I, we met on an app. No, it was an ad.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that.
Yeah, no, that's the truth.
Oh, on an
Yeah, it was a
really?
dating service thing that I signed.
Wow.
That I signed up for free.
That's
It was the
insane.
reason I signed up.
That's insane.
And yeah, that's how we met.
I met my girl on an app, basically, but it wasn't a dating app.
Uh-huh.
It was
No?
it was a social media app, but it was Twitter.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could kind of consider social media apps as a dating apps. I don't know, like
Yeah.
younger people kind of. I got in this argument like a year ago with this guy about saying Instagram is the #1 dating app. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? It's like this is. I get the point you're trying to make, but I guess just the way he was saying it just seems so fucking brainiac, like fucking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to stick my ground and disagree. I know what he's saying, but it's like you can't put Instagram in the category of like Tinder or Hinge or all of those apps, because it's like I don't know, actually, because I just went to a wedding and the bride got all the maid of honors. She found them all through Tinder because she didn't have friends or something, so she had to find her
that's odd.
friends. Yeah. Well, there's more to it, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of like important to have. So like, imagine if you're getting married and you have groomsmen, but your fucking groomsmen, like something happened or you got drama, and then so now it's like, I guess I
Yeah.
gotta go on Tinder to find people to go to my wedding.
That's odd. No, it's interesting to hear speeches at weddings because, I'm there to draw sometimes, and so I'll hear all kinds of stuff.
What's the craziest speech you heard? Have you heard, like, what's the worst wedding experience you've been at? Like, were you ever at a wedding and you're kind of thinking, I don't know if this is gonna fly. Like, I don't know if they're gonna even say I do. I'm gonna take your laugh as a yes.
I don't even remember ones that I've drawn at, but I could remember back in the day when I was a kid and we went to this wedding and they were waiting for the groom because he was so drunk from the night before.
Hold on, you cut out. Something's going on. I don't know if you can hear me. Rats. Can you... Damn, it's muted. I don't know what's going on. We've been here about 48 minutes, Big Al. I don't know if... I want to have you on again when I have my... my brains about me. I'm on a fast. Dang, what is going on? I see you talking, but I don't... I'll know when you're back because I'll be able to... Oh, there we go. You're back. When this chat is over and it asks like, well, it's not a chat. It was a live. I never really have people on when we're live. Because usually when you like call somebody on Instagram, they ask like, how was the call? Like on a 1 to 5 stars. If they were to give me this, I'd give it fucking 2 stars. But yeah, I cut you off. You were saying something, so go ahead.
I don't remember what I was saying.
No.
The call was trying to come through.
Yeah. No, man, I want to have you on person. When I'm prepared. But I mean, I still feel like this was a good chat. Not to disrespect this chat. And thanks for the clip. I'm gonna watch that and go over it in a little bit.
All right.
And then maybe we could talk more comedy and everything. So I'm gonna let you go. You look like you're getting burnt there in the sun.
I know the sun's coming right in on me.
You need to get that safari hat on, dude.
It's in the back. I can't put it on.
All right, sir. It was yeah, I mean, I could go on and on. Now I'm thinking about grandchildren and shit, but it's interesting talking to somebody from another generation too. You know, you gotta respect the elders, man. So, It's an honor to have you around. The Bay Area comedy community loves you. I hope you know that. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody likes having you around, man. You're an interesting character. If I'm being on the comedy, it's getting there, you know. Like, but you are a loved character in the world, but in the comedy world. So I hope you know that. And everybody likes seeing you around, man. So keep coming out, and I will cross paths with you when we do it, man.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Big Al. Have a great
Take it
rest
easy.
of your day, man. Take care.
All right.
All right, man. See ya. Oh, he left. Okay. Damn, how long's it been? 51 minutes. I'm hungry as shit. My stomach's growling. I was gonna talk about my feelings, but I guess we'll save that for another day. And I'm gonna make some food. And let me get off this Instagram live. This is what happens when you get on Instagram live. All these people join. And let's discard that because we already recorded this. And it'll be here. Let's see here. I bet for sure, right? Yeah, we're gonna do some striking today, so we're gonna sign up for that. I'm trying to get a tight body. I don't know if I said that last episode. I think I did, but I'm trying to get I need to get the abs back, you know? I need to get them fucking Greek abs back. And I think it's just sit-ups. I think all I got to do is sit-ups, really. Everything else is good. It's just lacking them core muscles. And, everything else can get bigger as well. But right now, like if I looked exactly how I looked right now, but you threw an 8-pack on me, I feel like that would be great. Maybe I just also need to shave my stomach. Because I'm hairy. But I'm feeling myself, and it's like I've got this layer. Of fucking... It's gotta get tight. It's gotta get fucking tight body, you know? Big Al knows what I'm talking about. We talk about doing sit-ups and stuff like that all the time. It's literally my workout partner. We go to 24-hour fitness all the time. I spot him. Just the other day, he hit his max 225 on the bench press. He did about 17 reps of 225. You don't know what 225? That's two plates. This 45, 245s on each side. The bar's... How much is the bar? The bar's 45 pounds. You know, you do the math. And, yeah. What's up, producer lady? Sweet. Am I alone? I'm alone. I'm alone in my thoughts. Again. And we're gonna watch. Oh, look, we got some discounts for out-of-state flights. Don't be talking to strange. Ooh, look at this dog. All right, man. This episode's been all over the place, so I'm gonna get out of here. Goodbye.